Hey guys, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. I am actually back. There's like a random curl at the top of my head. I am actually back to give you guys monthly tarot readings. It's been a while since I've done that. It's been like a few months, but I'm here. We back. We rocking. It's popping. This video is for August 2021, obviously, and it is for the Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. So if you are feeling what I am saying is not resonating with you, that's why I don't like doing live videos, because I like to have my setup the way it needs to be before I get started. But anyways, videos for Aries Sun, Aries Moon, and Aries Rising. If you feel like what I'm saying is not resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I will have linked down below in the description box. Once I get the rest of these videos up, I will be done recording the videos today. So your playlist link will be down there if you want to go watch it now. If it's already up, it is the August 2021 playlist. Okay, this is going to be excuse me, this is going to be a typical 4-card spread that I usually do, looking at the overall energy for you for the month of August, also looking at any challenges or obstacles that you might be facing throughout this month. Because we are in your sister sign, Leo, fixed energy for this month, we are going to be looking at where you need to step into the spotlight, Aries, or set fuel to fire. Okay, and as always, a quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. I am reading with the Aboriginal Goddess Chakras Oracle. It's a long title, but it's actually this very cool deck. I'm reading with that deck, the Dreams of Gaia Tarot deck, and also reading with the Serpent Fire Sigil Oracle for anybody that is interested, or if you like the cards and want to get your own deck. Okay. All right, let me take a sip before I get into y'all's messages. It feels so weird to be recording like during the day. I've literally been up in the middle of the night doing these videos, but the sun is still shining, so like feel kind of off. But let's get into it. Your first card, Aries, for the overall energy for the month of August is the Independent Self. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer, show you guys that card. Independent Self. And before I even start talking about that card, you have a whole bunch of self cards in this spread, and you literally have the self card in this spread and then Independent Self for your main energies. So this month, it really is all about you, Aries, or it's supposed to be all about you. And I know that people give you guys this negative connotation of being selfish, but understand that being selfish is not necessarily always a bad thing. Y'all have heard that phrase, you can't help somebody till you help yourself. Well, that's really the energy that is coming in for you guys during this month. Okay, so this Independent Self card for the month of August, what I'm picking up on, Aries, is that I feel like a lot of you may have just had some sort of like change or some sort of shift, or I don't know, maybe like went into a new career or met a new person. Something different has happened for you recently, and you kind of have your feet a little bit in the ground in that now. And so because you're now grounded and more rooted, you're now in a space to where you're like, okay, now that I've gotten that together, I want to do what it is that I want to do. There are things that I had put in place. There are goals that I had set. There are certain topics or subjects or people or trips or whatever it is that I've set aside, and now that I know that I'm a little bit more stable, I want to get back into doing that. This Independent Self card says, Aries, this is the month for you to actually start focusing on that. I spoke to people thinking like, oh, being selfish is a bad thing. I get that for this month, Aries, because of whatever it is that you just recently had go down, or that you just recently came into. With you being more stable in it, it means that you're more active and your energy is more needed, and people are just asking a lot of you or needing you to do a whole bunch of shit. And it's not that you don't want to, but you're gonna find during this month that it's gonna be clashing with the things that you're trying to do for yourself. This Independent Self card, I'm gonna say the word self so much in this reading because of the cards that you have, and it's gonna drive me crazy, but it's okay. Because of this Independent Self card, there is a message here that says, Aries, when these things start to pop up, when you start to feel these conflicts, thank you. I don't have my glasses on, but I can see the word beautiful. So thank you. When these conflicts start to pop up, you actually need to tap into that Aries energy. And you guys have this thing. My best friend is an Aries, and she, I like that she's about her business, she's about herself, okay? But she also has this problem where when it's time for her to do things for herself, she starts to feel bad because she's like, well, I need to do this, or I can't because I got to put my energy over here, or I got to put my money into this, and this is my responsibility. And my G be forgetting about herself sometime, and I be mad at. I get mad at her about it. That is what is coming up for you during this month. And so, Sam, because you are an Aries, I'm gonna send you this video because I want you to know that you need to give yourself some love. You need to focus on yourself, and it's okay to be selfish during this month. And now I'm speaking to the collective and also you, Samantha. But you're cardinal. You always initiate things. Whenever you're needed, you're there. It is time for you to do that for yourself this month, okay? So whatever it is that you start feeling like, oh, I want to do, or I want to put my energy into, or I want to, kind of explore, but oh man, I can't do it because I got to do X, Y, and Z. Guess what? Do what it is that you want to do. Give yourself some love, give yourself some time, give yourself some space, because the world is not going to end if you say, hey, I can't put you first today. I'm going to put myself first today. If you say, hey, I actually had plans to do this already, so I actually cannot devote my energy over here today. I might get it, even if you decide you're not going to do it ever. But you can say, I might get around to doing it. Or, Aries, if you feel like that's just not, I'm not in alignment with that, be real. I'm not putting my energy into that because that's not what I feel like I need to be doing. Your energy this month is you need to be selfish, but selfish in a good way. Selfish does not have a negative connotation to it for your energy during this month. Selfish is you need to focus on yourself during this month, okay? All right, y'all. Next card is in the position of your crossing obstacles, your challenges. The death, I guess I'll turn it up right to show you. The death and the rebirth card is in your challenges and your obstacles position. So this is not a card that I like to see coming up in the crossing position. And the reason being is because when this card comes up, it literally points to there being a cycle that needs to end and a cycle that needs to start that for some reason is hanging in limbo for you not tapping into this energy here, okay? This is your crossing card. So I said this earlier. I was like, you're going to be feeling bad. You're going to be like, oh, but I feel like I got to put my energy over here. I feel like I got to do X, Y, and Z. I feel like I have to tell you guys that when I do these readings, sometimes I get like irritated. I'd be feeling like I want to fuss, and that's because you guys know that you need to put some energy into yourself. This death and rebirth card here does tell me that, again, when these things start to pop up, you need to give them light. You need to actually give yourself the time and the energy and the space to explore them. If you don't, you're going to, again, have this death and rebirth card in limbo. When you don't allow yourself, when your energy starts to shift and it starts to ascend and you keep yourself in the same spaces, doing the same things, following the same procedures, the same paths, you're no longer in alignment with where you're at. And when you're not in alignment with where you're at, that's when shit starts to hit the fan. So if you are like, oh my gosh, I want to go run a marathon. I said I wanted to do this my whole life, but I got all these responsibilities over here. But you keep feeling pulled to start training, to start eating right, to start looking up, marathon. I don't know nothing about running marathons, but looking up marathons that you can run in. If you don't start doing that, you're going to start to find that you become irritated with little everyday things in your life, things that normally don't bother you. You're going to start to find that you can't stand being around certain people. You're going to find that you're waking up and you're just angry and you're pissed and you're mad, and you're going to be like, I can't place where these energies are coming from. It's coming from the fact that you're not allowing yourself to be selfish. Give yourself the time to look up whatever it is you need to look up to go run that marathon. Again, your message for the month is to do what you need to do for yourself, okay? It is not a month for you to be worrying about anybody else, you guys. People be calling y'all selfish all the time, so guess what? This month, be selfish. Give them something to talk about. Whatever, okay? Next card in your spread is in the position of where you need to tap into your sister sign, Leo's energy, but in the fixed sense, this Leo fire fixed energy, and step into the spotlight or add fuel to fire. This is more of a fuel to fire for you guys' reading. And you have another self card. This card literally is the self card. All right. So again, just to go further into, you need to be selfish during this month. Add fuel to fire. There is There is also this message that tells me, Aries, very you guys are very good at being able to tell people what it is that they need to do for themselves to get their lives together. However, when it comes to you, while you might know and you might have an idea, you have a problem with it, which is weird because in every other area, you're typically very cardinal. You have that fire initiative energy. But when it comes to yourself, for whatever reason, a lot of you Aries have a hard time putting that in your own being and exhibiting that for yourself. So you put all this energy into everybody else, into everything else. But when it comes time to do for you, you're like, I'm tired. I need to sleep. Like, I need a snack and I'll get to this tomorrow. And then tomorrow comes and you're doing everything for everybody else again. And it comes back around to you. And once again, you're like, I'm tired. I'm sleepy. I'm going to bed. This is a cycle that you need to come out of during this month. Aries, and for a lot of you, that's actually a literal analogy for what you're going to experience during this month. You are literally probably going to experience some sort of burnout. And the only reason being, not because we want you guys to be assed out and tossed and lost in the sauce. The reason being, when you don't pay attention to the messages that you're receiving for the things that you're supposed to come into alignment with, the universe or God or spirit or whatever it is that you believe in has to shake you up, has to open your eyes, has to say, hey, I've been trying to show you this. And for whatever reason, you like, nah, I ain't with that right now. So I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing over here. But hey, no, you're supposed to be doing X, Y, and Z. So you're probably gonna experience some sort of burnout during this month by way of doing something for people. And then when you're sitting there with your thoughts, you're gonna be like, I'm doing way too much for people. And it's because that's what you need to notice. That's what you need to realize. That's what you need to acknowledge so that you can then pour your energy into yourself. Again, Aries, you guys are cardinal. I'm a Cancer. I'm cardinal too, but I'm water cardinal energy. You guys are more so, you like to get things started and you like to have a purpose. You're passionate about the things that you do. Your energy is very passionate. So if you're like, I'm doing all this because it makes me happy to help people, but then you burn out and then you start to realize, oh, I'm burned out because I keep doing all of this, you will actually give yourself a break because you have a reason. You're now going to be passionate about getting your energy back together. So again, Aries, you get to be selfish this month. I'm like excited to say that to you guys because I know people be riding y'all hard about that. They're like, oh, Aries people are so selfish. And y'all can be on the shadow side and in a bad way. Like, we can keep it very honest. But this month, you get to be selfish in a good way, or you need to be selfish in a good way because you're supposed to be coming into new spaces, coming into alignment with new opportunities and new people and new energies and new abundance and new happiness and all of the things. You are supposed to be living your best life. And the message is, in order for you to do that, you have to focus on yourself a little bit. Well, actually, a lot of it. All right. Okay, y'all, let's get into your last card. This is in the position of the soul message for you, and that's just something extra for you to take away with you from this spread. You've got the Svedasthana, the sacral chakra card. I like this card. So, one, this is the sex chakra for anybody that wants to tell you what's on my mind. This is the chakra of feelings and passion and creativity. So, going a little bit further into the focus on yourself, I think we can come out of the generalization of do what it is that you need to do. This card is actually pointing to, you need to lend your energy and your mental to the things that you're passionate about. So when you're coming into this independent self energy, when you're allowing the death and rebirth cycles to take course and stepping into this self energy, you really need to be focusing on what makes you feel good. So as you're going through these cycles, don't just go through the cycles so that you can come to, okay, I'm focusing on myself, I've accomplished that feat. Nope. You're going through the cycle so you can figure out what makes you happy, what makes you feel good, what makes your heart beat. Okay? So for the month of August, Aries, it is all about you, and it's really all about you pretty much. I don't want to say rediscovering yourself, but almost coming into some sense of enlightenment with regard to the person you are today. And that's important because we move through this life a lot, and we reflect and we judge on how people have progressed or how people have, regressed, but we oftentimes don't look at ourselves. So this month it is for you to figure out what you're all about, what you want to do, what you need, what you like, and then put your energy into it and don't worry about what other people are doing. Like I said, the world is not going to stop. The world is not going to end. If you don't give the help that they're asking you for today, you will be okay and they will be okay. All right. All right. Well, guys, that is your spread. I hope that it found you well. If you are interested in booking your own personal reading, you can do so with me through my Etsy shop, which is already linked down below. That one is down there. Just go to the tarot section. That's where all of my readings are listed. What else? I got hella videos linked down in the description box. I don't really know what they are, but click on them because they are either a free reading or some free astrological game dropping knowledge. If you are still here and haven't hit the little thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button for me. If you like the video, if these messages did find you well, if you have an Aries friend that you feel like needs to hear this, go on and send the video to them. You can also click the subscribe button. If you want to keep up with when I put out new content, I took a little bit of a break, but I'm back because it's about to get cold again and I'm going to be in the house. So... yeah, I'll have videos going up. And I think that's it. That's all I got for you guys. Thank you for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.